my whole JTV story. I'm gonna turn the game sound off. Okay. So, it all started on March 9th, 2009. March 9th of last year. The 1 year anniversary of Brawl. I was on a website called Insider 2. It's a forum website. It's like a Nintendo forum website. And someone was there, and they made a thread about Asian Noob, the Asian Noob channel, V Richter, you know? They made an advertisement about him, and I think he was doing like an all-day Brawl marathon or something for the 1 year anniversary, so I went, I thought, that might be cool, I could check that out. And so I went there, and it was cool. It was like, it was the first time I'd ever seen a live stream, so I'd never seen it before, and I was like, also, like, I thought, oh wow, this is cool. Like, this guy is playing a game and he's talking about it at the same time. Everyone can watch it. That's pretty awesome. And then I went around and watched some other streams. It's awesome. A lot of people do that. And so for the next couple of months, or next month or two, I think, I spent a lot of time researching on how to broadcast, and like what I would need to get, how I might be able to do it, and stuff like that. And I eventually decided, maybe I could try just using a webcam. I had an Xbox Live Vision cam that I bought, and I tried to use that. I tried pointing it at my screen, I would like try and drag a chair up to my screen, like pile stuff up on it, and like point my webcam at the screen. And this was all before I like actually streamed. I didn't actually ever stream this, and it looked horrible. Like, it looked really, really bad. But I really wanted to stream, but I didn't, obviously, so I decided I would go around and, JTV asking broadcasters that are using webcams, like cameras pointing at their screens, how they make it look so good. But back then I didn't know really much of anything about this. I didn't know it depended on like your camera, like how good your camera is, stuff like that. So I went around asking, and the first channel I found, by the way, this was before JTV got the whole, like on the directory, you can you see a screenshot of the broadcast. Back then it was just, their profile picture, so I had to manually go into the stream. Oh no, that's not a webcam at the TV broadcast. I kept going through the channels, and I eventually found Sunny's stream. This was like the day before she got her capture card, and I remember asking, "Hey, I have a question." And this is the first thing I ever said to her. "Hey, I have a question. How do you get your webcam to look so good, or like your camera to look so good looking at the screen?" And I don't remember what she said. Like, I think she said something like, "You think my quality is good?" "No, it's not really good." I thought, no, it's a lot better than mine. And so. She didn't help me answer my question, but I liked her channel enough to stick around and watch it, and I ended up really liking her channel, and watching her channel was what really made me want to broadcast myself. So a couple months later, I was more determined to broadcast than ever, and so I decided to ask my dad. I sort of conned it out of him. I conned him out of getting me a capture card. I said, "Hey, I found a bunch of old VHS tapes, and I want to convert them into files on my computer. Do you think you could get me a capture card?" And he asked my mom about it and said, "Oh yeah, I would really like for him to do that." So she did. But then we went out and got the capture card, and I spent a couple of days sort of building up courage to go out and broadcast. Because before, I think like most people, before they ever broadcast for the first time, they're sort of nervous about it. And so I eventually got up the courage to broadcast, and I played Ocarina of Time. I just started Jabu Jabu's Belly. And I believe I stopped playing Ocarina of Time, after I beat the Forest Temple. I didn't play it that long. And during that time, I only got maybe 5 viewers. I think I hit 7 at one point. But that's it, and no one said anything in chat. So I think I don't remember exactly what happened, but I ended up playing Paper Mario, the original Paper Mario, and I played that, and then this guy, his name is Edmund. I think his name was Edmund 3, or maybe it was just Edmund. I don't remember, but he came in, and he was the person that said, "Hey, maybe you should use a microphone. Maybe you should commentate." And so I said, "Oh, maybe, I don't know." And no, you should definitely do it. And then, so I did. I stopped the broadcast and hooked up my Rock Band USB microphone, the microphone that comes with the Rock Band. I hooked that up, and like I have this. I don't know what it's called. It's like a long. I think my parents called it a chest of drawers or something. It's like a long waist dresser. That's what I had all my stuff set up on, and so I stuffed the microphone into one of the drawers, and I closed the drawer on the microphone. And then, this is how I like my setup this was my setup for a long time, and I had that set up. But then, I remember when I first started talking, it was like really nerve-wracking. Oh, I don't think he'll like my voice. I don't think anyone will want to watch me because my voice is weird and whatever. But then, right when almost instantly, I noticed that I was getting more viewers and more chatters, when I was using a microphone. And it was a lot more fun too. And then I don't remember a lot of what happened after that. And then eventually, I think it was like 2 or 3 days after I started doing that, was when I first Skyped. I think Krazix brought up the idea. But I didn't know what Skype was at the time. So like I was like, oh, what's Skype? Oh, it's like an online like phone thing. Okay, maybe we can do that. And then I remember when Skype first Krazix first Skyped. He was like, oh, don't laugh at my voice. It's weird. And so I was, no, don't worry about it. And so Krazix was the first person to Skype with me. And then after that, I pretty much said, hey, anyone who wants to join the Skype conversation, just go ahead and say. But then back then, no one wanted to join the Skype conversations. I don't really know why, but like only a few people. I remember it was Krazix, Cowhaze. I don't think any of you guys know him, but he's an old viewer. And this guy, I think his name was like Miguel Martians or something. And he joined too. And this was when I was playing Emerald. This was when like the start of Emerald. And so that went on for a little bit. And that was when I sort of started getting bigger. Like I got like 20 viewers and then 30 viewers, and then I think I had 40 viewers with Emerald. I don't really remember. And then that kept going on. Then I remember also the most viewers I hit like in the early days was 62. When I was playing Pokemon Yellow, my Pikachu only run. I don't know if any of you guys remember that. I never beat it though. I think I still have it. I'm not sure. But then I don't remember that much of August either. But I do remember at the end of August. If any of you guys have seen my Ocarina of Time, like when I was in the Great Deku Tree, when I started my 3-heart run, the coin toss video. That was literally the last thing I did on broadcast for like 2 months. All through September and October, I didn't broadcast because I was like, I'm not getting very many views. But at the time, I only had like 5 viewers at most anymore. And so I stopped broadcasting for 2 months. But then on November 1st, I decided, maybe I should give it another try. So I sort of did, and then that was sort of the start of the new era. That was when I don't really remember too much of it, but I remember I didn't Skype very much. I think I played a lot of Mario Kart. Yeah, I think that was what I did. I played a bunch of Mario Kart Wii online. And then I remember in December, I applied for producer and I actually got it, and that got me really hyped up. I was like, yeah, man, apparently I'm good enough for the makers of the site to like my channel. So that was that really got me pumped up for broadcasting. Now skip ahead to the end of January. This is where it gets interesting. I had started Skyping again, but it was only with Concord, Krazix, and Mark mostly. And so literally on February 1st was when I don't remember what happened, but there was like a whole bunch of people going into Skype. I don't really remember what happened, but that was when like Megan and AJ and Phantasm and everyone else sort of joined Skype. Was February 1st. And so that went pretty well until actually no, it didn't really go that great. Like, we let almost anyone in Skype. Like, we would get like 15 people conversations. Like sometimes I think we almost hit 20 one time. Like, it was crazy. We were kind of letting too many people in. And then in March, I believe, was when, I think it was when I got the idea of the list. It was either March or April. Got the list. Or maybe, I don't know. But where we would only let specific people in because it was getting too crowded. I'm trying to remember this. And then at the end of April, we were still doing the list, but then my internet was messing up real bad. It would go way down to where I couldn't even broadcast because it would go so bad. So I couldn't. I literally could not broadcast for like 2 weeks because my internet was so bad. And then I don't know why, but at the end of that, that was sort of when we stopped Skyping. But at this time, I was sort of getting fed up with Skype anyway. I was sort of not really into it anymore. I didn't really want to do it. But then we tried to get it going again, and that was the last. I think it was I don't remember when this was. Maybe May. Yeah, probably May or so. Yeah, May. And last Skype conversation we had it was terrible. It was really depressing and not very fun. No, actually, I forgot one thing. I think it was right before this. I think at one point, that's right. It was the day I got back from my 2-week hiatus because I from when I couldn't broadcast. And for some reason, no one that joined Skype showed up to the broadcast that day. I think Mark did, but then that was way later. So I didn't have anyone to Skype with, so I was all by myself for the first time in months. And so that was the first time I really decided, I think I like broadcasting a lot better without Skype. So that's when I sort of started doing that. But then the next day I think we were back at it, and I was like, this isn't really as good. I don't really want to do this. But then I don't think I told anyone that. I think I figured everyone else was having too much fun. But then later on, I sort of shied away. I would pretty much say I don't really want to Skype today or something like that. I can't remember. Oh yeah, and then this brings me to our very last. No, it didn't. Next I decided to try and limit Skype. I only let Krazix and Concord in. That was the one day that I only let 2 people into the Skype conversation. And everyone got furious at me. It was everyone was really mad at me. I think. I never really figured out if everyone was mad at me or not, but it really, really seemed like it. I felt really bad. I was really upset that night. And I just decided, I'm just gonna Skype whether I like it or not, because everyone else wants me to. And so then, I think a little bit, a couple days later, I just decided to not do Skype at all. That was I don't know. I don't remember when that. I'm having a hard time remembering when all of this happened. Then that was when I really sort of stopped Skyping. Then a little bit later on, after I had been broadcasting by myself with no Skype, There was apparently and this was the last Skype conversation, by the way. I was playing Super Paper Mario, and there was apparently like this big fun Skype party going on. And everyone was saying, "Oh, come on, you should really join this conversation. It's going to be a lot of fun." It's a lot of fun, so I did. And then it was kind of fun, but then Phantasm joined. This is like one of the big reasons I don't Skype anymore. He joined, and he was really depressed about something. I'm not going to say what it is, but he was really down. He was ruining all of our fun. He was really upset. And then everyone, that was making everyone else upset, including me. And I was broadcasting. Like, my broadcast is supposed to be really fun and interesting and like fun to watch and all that, not depressing and sad and everything. And so later on, I just left the conversation like, that's it. I'm not Skyping anymore. There's no way I'm doing that anymore. And that was the last time I Skyped. Now, fast forward to the release of Super Mario Galaxy 2. This is when my channel really started to skyrocket in popularity. That was the first time I'd passed like 150 viewers, then 200 viewers, then I hit 250 viewers. Like, all of a sudden, I was getting so many viewers out of nowhere with Galaxy 2. And then ever since then, I've gotten a lot of viewers. I guess I got a bigger following during Galaxy 2. And then I guess really after that was when I left for a month last month. Then I came back, and now my channel has been more popular than ever. I almost hit 300 viewers multiple times this week. And I had never imagined that my channel would be as popular as it is today. Like, if you had asked me a year ago that I would constantly have so many viewers, then I would have said you're crazy. I didn't even think I would be broadcasting for this long. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I also didn't think that anyone would ever donate to me. That's unbelievable to me. So yeah, that's pretty much the story.